We are live. We are live. Wow, this video quality is terrible, but that's okay. What's up, everybody? Let's wait for some people to come in. Pretty sure we're live. Yeah, here we go. All right, got some people coming in. Sweet. Sweet. Couple of questions for you guys. Need a little bit of help. And yeah, I'm a little bit 50-50 on the decision right now. And yeah, I'm going to let some people come in, let everybody get their notifications, and we'll kick this thing off. But everybody send it. Oh my gosh, would be a big mistake not getting sleeved. Well, that's so kind of an unannounced live stream. Yeah, content's been real light, but put a built engine in it. Yeah. Here's the thing. So we'll go ahead and start as people come in. They can reference this video later or whatever. I'm sure we'll hash on it a couple of times as we go throughout this thing here. Anyway, so let's just pretend. Let's paint the canvas a little bit. I'm like in my bedroom. Sorry for the video quality, but literally sitting on the ground. Pretend for a second that money existed where you could build. What's up? Yeah, I got to check. I'm going to have to go back and forth between the comments over here because I'm basically asking you guys a lot of questions. So here's my dilemma. In Detroit right now, there's one left. And you know, they don't just have short blocks readily available all of the time. In Detroit right now, there is a stock short block, 18 and up short block that we could order. And you know, those things cost a little over $2,000, and we could put the car. I could have I could basically have the short block in my hands if we were to place the order, like let's say in the morning, by probably this weekend. Get the car up and running over the next week and a half or so. Make sure everything, and order everything else that we need, because there's a lot of. It's not just a short block. We're gonna do everything right. We're gonna reorder. Well, I guess I need to break down what I've learned. So the heads are good. I talked to the machine shop today. The heads are good. I think I'm going to be in total damage for repairs is about $200. So they're going to replace some of the valves. Other than that, they're fine. That's all good news. So that's a blessing. The turbos are good. The wastegates are good. Everything else is good. Just the stock block is obviously trash. So should we, excuse me, happy Veterans Day to everybody too that has served, veterans out there, active duty, all of that. Thank you. Here's my dilemma. I'm 50-50 on it. I got like an angel on one on a shoulder and a demon on the other. And I've been talking to so many people behind the scenes on how to go about doing this. Stock block made for Jesus. Here's the thing. We could do a stock block. Let's just pretend that we're going to do a stock block. We could do a stock block, save some money, put the car back together, and get it back up and running, start making content again, which is good. It feeds the channel. And then, you know, because things have been real light over the past couple of weeks, and get back on track like we normally do. And then build, you know, a little bit through the winter. We could save the money. We could do built transmission. We could do fuel system. We could do all those little things little by little over the next few months. I'm going to need drive shaft. I'm going to need axles. Mrs. Anders over there being weird. Or let's just pretend for a second. If you guys had the money for not a sleeved block, but if you had the money for a, let's say, 1,000 or 1,100 wheel horsepower capable factory sprayed board, you know, engine. So basically a rods, piston, short block. Would you do that, or would you do a short block and then use the rest of the money to build up the rest of the car? So you know, like axles, drive shaft, wheels and tires. I don't have a full set of slicks and skinnies yet either, so I've got to get all of that because I've been borrowing front runners before. So Yeah, that's I'm kind of just 50-50 on it, because here's the thing. If we did a stock short block, for example, we could still build an engine. We could go little by little, and that's good for content, and it might be kind of fun for you guys to watch too. Like 1 month we order a naked block and a crank, and then the next month we order, or maybe a couple of weeks later we order, pistons and stuff like that, and then we build it over the course of 3 or 4 months. And then we could do sleeves, we could do all that stuff, and then take everything down to a machine shop and build it ourselves for essentially cheaper. Or do we go to like Livernoise? Do we go to like some of these other companies out there that exist, and then spend all of the money on just a block that won't be sleeved? I don't have the funds for a sleeve block right now, but if we break it, if we build our own and we order everything ourselves, and then have a reputable machine shop assemble everything, over the next few months, we could do that. And then whenever things get hot and heavy, like let's say towards the spring, then we swap the engine again. So you could consider that is kind of double spending, but we could essentially build a badass engine for cheaper, just spreading out the content. And then you guys could be able to see the whole process and how to do it yourselves. Or do we just go all in right now and just go built motor, and then have to piece together the rest of the drivetrain, everything else we have to upgrade down the road? Because we're going to need all of that stuff right away. Because the goals, I'm going to get to all the comments in just a second. Please just hang in there. So, well, I guess we can answer some, because I don't want to get carried away. And then here we go. This is because this is a discussion. Do it right. That's lovely. What's your money would throwing into something that might throw a rod? Well, that's the thing too. Is I would have never had. We would have never had this problem, had we not screwed up the installation. So it is what it is. Mistakes were made. We live and learn. But if we run around on the streets, under wastegate pressure, the stock engine is going to be able to hold that plenty fine. Guys that are out there, like David Van Vorst, is running 8.5 on a stock engine with his single big turbo. So is it a ticking time bomb? Yes. He's going to have to build that motor. But we're not going to go 8s right out of the gate. My plan is to, go to the track, wastegate, get faster and faster and faster as we slowly turn the boost up, and then learn the car. And by the time we want to go big and fuel system and all of that and throw massive power at it, in that meantime, we could have been building a motor, and then we swap it, and then we could sell off the stock one for cheap, or do whatever, maybe throw it back to one of you guys if you ever have a blown engine, to do something like that, do like a charity giveaway there, since you guys help me out from time to time. And then so we could have a built motor eventually, but for the time being, for right now, to get the car back up and running, get back on track, is a short block the right answer. But at 12, 13 pounds, whatever we do, we could do just wastegate stuff on the street, which is, you don't need to run around the street with 1,000 wheel horsepower anyway. And then when we go to the track, we dump, race gas in it. So everything is safe. The tune will be safe. The car will be able to handle it. And then, on 93 with MS109, for example, mixed in, or whatever we do, we're not going to have 1,000 wheel right from the beginning. That's kind of my thing. Is we're probably going to be low to mid 800s, and then that'll all be before like let's say a 4 triple pump or whatever we do. But my point is, eventually we will turn everything up, and then we will be able to, over the next few months, be able to build a motor piece by piece, show you how to do it, and then go from there. Or do we just spend it all right now on an engine that we, at this point, might be overkill? Excuse me, I got a shift. I'm sitting on the ground. Might be overkill. I don't know. So let me read through some comments. Is your stock engines are holding plenty of power? What does money allow? So let's just say, as far as money, you can buy a non-sleeved, piston rod engine for, let's say, $5,000-$6,000 in that ballpark. But I can get a short block for, let's say, a little over 2,000. And there's a lot of things we have to fix as well. So we're looking at, I think the short block will probably come with an oil pump, but if it doesn't, that's cheap. Do we replace a water pump or do we clean it? The direct injectors, I have no machine shop that can fix those. They can clean them, but I think it would be just safer to just replace them all. So there's money there. I got to locate an 18 intake manifold. I don't know what happened to the throttle body that I've got, but it's got a little bang in it. So probably going to have to replace throttle body. There's things that have to go into that. So whether it be built or stock short block, we still have to have the intake manifold. I'm not going to reuse the one that we had. But aftermarket block, sleeved, 1,000+ wheel horsepower, 5.2 block. That'd be something interesting too later on down the road. Don't have the money for that right now, but that could be something that we could do. We could space out the content and then go little by little by little, and then by the end of it, by the end of 6 months or however long it takes, we have a badass engine that we can put, built a badass lower that we can put into the car, and it'll be double work, but it'll be able to hold a whole lot. Sleeved engines are a lot of money compared to, you could be in a sleeved engine for, let's say, one that's 1,300 to 1,500 horsepower capable. You're probably going to spend $9,000-$10,000 and up. So they're expensive, but determined veteran, what's going on? Blue collar, predator block. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool things that we could do later on down the road. But just to get the car back together by the end of the month, a short block would answer that. And there's one left. There's one in Detroit. So I need to know, basically, I called Speed Addict a few minutes ago, and, he's basically, we're all 50-50 at this point. It's like, man, do we build? Do we buy? Do we go to Livernois? Do we go to one of these other companies and spend all of the money on a built engine? Or do we go short block and then save the rest of the money for axles, drive shaft, any other fuel mods we might need, all the other goodies that have to come, suspension, all of that stuff has to get upgraded too, so we could use the power, and then also the transmission, the converter, all of that stuff. So as we go through some of what you guys are talking about over here, I'd start at the block so you won't have to worry about getting window through the valley again. Well, remember, it blew up because the car saw about 22 pounds of boost because the vacuum lines were routed incorrectly. So had they not been, the car would have never made, over, let's say, it would have, when we did that test drive, it would have been wastegate only. And then when we tune it, we're going to do it safely. We'll do it on the dyno once the engine and all that stuff is broken in properly. And then we'll be looking at 12, 13 pounds of boost, which is about what superchargers are going to make anyway, depending on your pulley size and whatever you're doing. So I think that the stock blocks can handle that. David Van Voorst is doing it right now. Yes, eventually he's going to have to go built, but build it for the content. Yeah, that's kind of my thing too. It's not 50-50. Hang on. What happened to all of the, where did they go? Holy crap, comments. Jesus. David Van Voorst is in the house. Build it, sleeve it, O-ring it, don't risk it. I know, man, but it's really, it's like, man, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Or do we sit for 3 months and then save up for a $10,000 engine and then still have to upgrade everything else? I just don't know. David Van Voorst, listen to him. I know I'm kind of chasing his footsteps right now. He's got a very, very fast car. Stock block through, so Blue Collar says stock block through Ken, no shipping because it's a Ford dealership. Build the entire car, get it basically in the 9s, and be ready for you to turn it up and then build it. So that's the thing, is once we get into the nines, our whole journey getting into the nines, which shouldn't be that difficult. We could also, on the sideline, we could be doing, an engine build. Hang on, it's probably important. Hang on one second. Good Lord, 866 numbers. You guys get scam calls all the time? Because I sure do. Do whatever the best. Do whatever is the best motor, regardless of the time. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm a big fan of doing it all correctly the first time. I'm a big fan of that. But yeah, it's going to be a minute for me. Oh. Just make me a plate, and when I wrap this up, I'll come eat.
You can make your own plate.
Oh, okay. Well, sell the Mustang. Yeah, it's not happening. So everybody that's coming in, welcome. Do the best for your family financially. So that's the other thing too, is we're rolling into Christmas. We're also rolling into Black Friday deals. So now is a good time to buy all the other Go Fast parts that we are going to need. And this would be a good time to save some money. This is like the perfect time. It's your daily driver, weekend warrior. It's transition. It is. I want to keep it daily as much as possible, but it is kind of on the fence right now. I would guess it's more of a weekend toy at this point. Slower the build, the more content. That's true. If you build for content, you will set yourself up for failure in the short. Well, not necessarily. We don't have to throw all of the boost at the stock engine. If that's what we do, we don't have to just turn it all the way up. That's the cool thing with the turbos, is they're adjustable. So remember, what happened before is not going to happen again. We are going to make sure that everything is done correctly in a Ford shop. So in my opinion, build it, bro, for the long haul. Yeah. A lot of guys are saying just build it, but you have to build it with the luck you're having lately. Don't take the risk. Look, guys, people supercharge these things and turbo them all the time on stock engines. They are plenty fine for about 850, 900 horsepower, which is about where we're going to be, is around the mid eights. With race gas, we should be fine. And what I'm saying, I'm not saying that we're not going to build the car. I'm just talking about right this second. And then keep in mind, the content will come. We'll slowly piece together and do our own engine. And which is a good thing too, because we wouldn't be strapped for cash. For example, like if not everybody has $10,000, $15,000 to throw at their car for just an engine alone. But didn't Saying Mode just do a video of a Whipple running 9.5s? Yeah. Full weight 9.5. Yeah, there was a Whipple 3.0. I don't know his pulley size, but he was probably an E85. He had a fuel system. He's out there running, mid nines. That 1320 chick, I believe, has a built engine, but for her power, she's running that. Derek, he's local to us. He has an 18 Whipple car, and he's got his first quarter mile. The guy runs, I think, is it 6.2s or is it 5.9s? If Speed Addict jumps in this, he'll be able to confirm, or maybe Derek's in the chat already. I think he's running in the 8th. I think he's running like 6.2s or maybe 5.9s. I can't remember, one of the two, but pretty fast. But it's a stock engine. He's got oil pump gears, and that's about it. All depends on how much horsepower you're going to be running. If it's up to 750 to 800 wheel, stock motor can handle it. Yes. Get a Gen 2 Voodoo. Ideally an 850 wheel horsepower and not the first problem. So yeah, 19 twin turbo, 10-speed car. Build the engine so you don't have to worry about it blowing up again. Yes, that's true. Don't worry about losing subscribers and just try to get it up and running. I'm not worried about losing subscribers. Saul Lopez, what's up? I'm not worried about losing subscribers. I mean, you guys are going to want to see what's coming. Oh, hell, all the drama that happens on this channel, who wouldn't? Hey, Xander, just joined and saw your stream title. Yes, build motor, buy once and cry once, overkill, and then beat the snot out of it. Yes, I agree, but 800 wheels, a low 10-second car. Yeah, we'd be knocking on the doors of nines. That's kind of the thing that I wanted to do is go for nines and then, you know, go faster after that. But, well, if you're not going to use it to the full potential right away, then use the money to the rest of the parts. Let's pretend that it was your car. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess you guys are all thinking the same way anyway, but make sure that you smash the thumbs up. Yeah, I appreciate that, Determined Veteran. I'm trying to keep up. We're almost there. We're almost done. If you have around 750 rear wheel, you can risk the way it is, but if you push it, you will need to build it. I agree that we need to build the engine. I'm not saying that we're not gonna. I'm just talking about doing. I mean, it's the winter time. You know, things are slow right now, but so is content. So we potentially could have this car up and running in the next couple of weeks. And the tracks are closed at this point, but you know, we can build through the winter. We can do all the other supporting mods. Stephanie, are you in the chat? I don't know if she is or not. My phone's going crazy. 2 seconds. Okay. All right. Put my phone on silent. So, sorry, very unprofessional live chat, but I mean, this is just open discussion, really, so it's okay. I might even delete it after this. I don't know, but thank you, everybody, saying happy Veterans Day. Thank you. Black Friday, 90% off sleeve blocks. Oh, if only that were true. Yeah, there's several companies out there that build engines, and go build and go 1,000. Yeah, I mean, eventually we do. That's kind of my goal for the car is 1,000 wheel. Yeah, that'd be so cool. But I'm not going to go from the last time I was drag racing until, you know, and then have a fully built car, built engine, and turn it all the way up and then go to the track, you know, with 500 more horsepower with a twin turbo setup. That's not going to happen. So we want to be able to take things slow, go safe. We don't need to be in a wall somewhere with a crashed Mustang. That'd be bad. But some of you guys are not seeing the comments that I'm reading off. I don't know why. 850 is fine on a stock components. Just don't push it past that. I agree. Past 850, I think at 850 we're going to be kind of on the fence. But Derek did sell his car. Oh, I know he was talking about it. I didn't know if he actually did it or not. Damn. Well, I guess he does not own an 18 automatic Whipple car anymore. But how can I get to 500 wheel horsepower? I'm assuming on an 18 plus without E85 because they don't have it. That's going to be tough. You can get close. You can do well on 93 because we did that test. We did long tube headers, JLT cold air intake. We did Palm Beach tuning on 93 gas, and my car with an A10. My car made 455. But so that was mostly a bolt-on car. That was not ported intake or nothing like that. Just stock 18 manifold. It was on the car. If you throw E85 at it though, and like from personal experience, that was another 40 some horsepower. So E85 is, if you can get it, definitely use it. But if you ain't got it, about 450, 460 is kind of where you're going to be. Maybe 470s if you're lucky. I don't know, but it's tough to get to 500 without E85 on an 18 and up. Go for sevens. Yeah, maybe 2 years from now, we'll see. 11. I mean, running with. All right, I'm just trying to acknowledge everybody. Beard and stash looking dark. It is no shave November, so we're letting it grow. Trying to anyway. I want to shave it off so bad. If he has turbos, he should definitely build it. Put a Hellcat engine in it. I haven't read yet where somebody has said LS swap it, because that was a big. I've got to go back and and answer all the comments in the past couple of videos. That's it's just been busy around here. Oh, there it is. LS swap it. Somebody did say it. Get a high-powered flywheel stage 3. I've got an automatic car, so stock motor and send it. We would love. I mean, honestly, I would love to just, here's a sleeved engine, throw it at the car. Here's 2,000 horsepower axle, throw it at the car, and do it all, just like that. But life doesn't happen like that. It's just a 6 blew up his too. Yeah, word on the street though is that car was already hurt before he bought it. So that's what he was talking about. But I've got a little bit of insider information too that says that there's a little bit more of a backstory than that. Nothing on is just a 6. Just it goes back to the previous owner. But Kona S550 talking about my social blade, I assume. My social blade is nowhere near accurate. That's pretty true with most YouTubers. It is way off. So yeah, I think my social blade says I make like 1,000 a month off of YouTube. It's a little bit more than that. It's way off. And the analytical numbers that come with it, like subscribers per day, blah 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 blah, all that stuff it's way off. So the money it can be close. It just depends. But in my experience, and from talking to other channels as well, as social blade it's just way off. It's not reliable. But yeah, Derek beat the system. Ticking ass rental car. Yeah, Derek. Yeah, he had a fast car. Illuminator done right with a warranty, I believe. Yeah, the Gen 3 illuminators, I think they're in the catalogs now. You could probably order one. I don't know what they cost, but it's basically a built long block, if I understand correctly. So what horsepower level are they rated to? That I don't know. But no shave because I'm lazy yet. If you don't mind doing the work, you can put a factory short block and get the supporting mods needed, and later on get the built motor. When you put the built motor in, sell the stock one. That is exactly my thoughts too. That is an option. That's a very viable option. We could sell off the stock motor later on if it's not beat to hell. And anyway, so I mean, we're not going to be really turning things up for the next 6 months anyway. So 6 to 7 months. We're just going to get the car running. We're going to learn the car. We're going to take it to the track once it opens back up, and then go at it with, make some passes with wastegate and just start turning it up a little bit with good fuel in the tank so it doesn't lean out. Nothing goes crazy. But the beard looks glorious. It's not that long yet. It's probably just the video. It's not that long yet. I'll see Determined Veteran's going to be here in a few days, actually. Probably, I think, like 3 days from now, he should be in town. Let's see here. Almost caught up. Well, I thought I was caught up with comments. I'm not. I'm just really reading what all of you guys are talking about because I need this information for myself because I'm 50-50. Gen 3 short block, fix heads, MMR timing components. Yeah, that's an option. My heads are good. They got to replace a couple of valves. That's it. About $200 in labor. That's all. That's the damage to the heads. My heads are perfect. I found that out today, and it was a huge weight lifted off my shoulders because I was pretty confident that something was going to be messed up. So I think we got really lucky here. You know, had some bad stuff happen. You know, big mistake. We learned from it, but the heads are good, the turbos are good, the wastegates are good, everything is good, and we just need a short block. You know, it's just really, are we doing built or not at this point? I'm talking about this month. Yes, we are going to build it, but for this month or for this next couple of months. Let's see here. I have the beer ready. Okay, determined veteran. Okay, now, yeah, now I'm caught up with all the comments. I still think you should send out your turbos just to be safe. Yeah, I mean, I can. There's not, once you take them apart, there's not a whole lot to it. There really honestly isn't. When we did inspect them, everything spins freely, it's good. But yeah, just to be safe, there's definitely no harm in sending them out. You know, I send off the 1000cc injectors, and they're good to go. So they flow tested them, and all is fine. And I don't have a way to flow test or really check, I guess, the direct injectors on these Gen 3s. So we're just going to replace them. So that's probably about $400 right there. But there's a lot of extra stuff that there's going to be a lot of new components on the car. About the only thing that we're going to reuse is the heads. That's it. Everything else is going to get replaced. Oil pumps, probably going to replace water pump. All of that stuff, chain, you know, timing chains, all of that, the gaskets, everything we're gonna replace. So PM Performance says there's not a reason to send out the turbos. They are fine. Yes, I would agree that, you know, we took them apart and we looked at everything. They still had coolant in them after everything that happened, so they're okay. We'll just relube them up and then make sure that everything is good to go once we reassemble. But heading out to dinner, good luck, Xander. Name the car Devil Dog. How much is a Shelby GT350 engine? I can tell you the short block for a 350 is like $9,000. It's very expensive. Very expensive. It's just a 6 is going through that right now. I'd say it's winter. Take your time and build it. If you got, yeah, we have a lot of bad luck. I mean, in our case, you know, things could have been prevented, and then, you know, but it's just another story. It's another sad story. But that's kind of my thing right now is, do we build the engine or not? Right now, we are going to build the engine. We are going to build the engine. It'd be stupid not to. But do we do a short block for now, a stock one, and then take our time and build our own? Or do I go out to one of these companies and pay them a $2,000 upcharge for them to do it and pay shipping and everything else? You know what I mean? So it kind of, the math kind of, it's similar. It works out in the end. Let's pretend like I spend a little over $2,000 on a short block, and then I can build my own. Let's just keep it relatable. So we do a factory spray, just a piston rod, and then upgraded hardware, all that other stuff, factory crankshaft, short block, build it over time. That we could probably do it. We could probably get that done for maybe, let's say, $4,000. So then, plus the short block we've invested into, the stock one, you're looking at about maybe $6,500. Or you just go to one of these other companies that builds engines, and you're going to pay them about the same amount of money. So maybe $6,000, somewhere in that ballpark, 5 to 6. So money for money, it works out similar, you know. So I'm not against putting the engine together. I'm not going to do it myself. I take it to a machine shop, but I'm talking about buying the parts over time. But you know, we could in this sense do it right. We're going to have to build the transmission at some point too. That's expensive. Now would be, or here in the near future would be a very good time to do that. It's going to have axles. Those are, you know, about $1,500, or, you know, it all adds up. But I just don't want to. I've got about until about 9 o'clock in the morning to make up my decision. Really, if I want to get the car up and running soon, there is a LI Tuning and Racing on Facebook has got a. I'll show you. Let's see if I can pull it up. I'll read you guys exactly what it is, because I've been eyeballing this engine right now, and you guys can tell me yes or no on it. Well, Evernoise is they don't have anything in stock. They've got about a 2 or 3 week lead time, but I could get an engine from them for shipped, let's say easy math, $6,000. Or let's go. LI Tuning and Racing has in stock, like I could pull the trigger on it tomorrow and get them to ship it, but it is, if it's still here, yeah. They have a factory sprayed 19 block standard bore custom Manley pistons. It's a 0.21 piston pin, so that's probably good for 0.210. That's probably good for 1,000, 1,100. And Manley H-beam rods, factory forged crankshaft, King race bearing, stock. It's a stock 12-to-1 compression ratio, ARP, main studs, side bolts. And that thing, without a core, because I don't have a good core because I got a hole in mine, is $6,500 plus shipping. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's a lot of money. But I could build that same engine for probably, $2,000 to maybe $2,500 less, and have a machine shop local to me, the one that's reputable, because there's a couple of them around here, because there's people around here with fast cars. I mean, Bowling Green is an hour away, so they got machine shops out there too, in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So they're all over the place. We could build an engine for, maybe $2,000 or $3,000 cheaper than that. Have them assemble it all, and then anyway, so. And then if we wanted to sleeve it, we could do it. That'd probably add another $3,000. But instead of spending $9,000 to $10,000 a sleeve engine, we might be able to do it for $6,000 to $7,000. So and then we'll just have to pull the old engine out, put the new one in. But whenever we want to go big, we could do that. But I could get a lot of content out of it too, because I could show you what we're doing, step by step, how to build an engine, how I'm going to build an engine, and which could be fun. So I need some glasses. They're not around me. My eyesight is terrible, even though I'm like this close to the computer. Yeah, we got to build the transmission as well at some point. Might as well do that here soon. Cage safety equipment. I'm just reading what you guys are talking about. The Gen 3 block is, it's under $1,000 for that's for a stripped out block. So let's pretend that you could get a block for $900, and then you get a factory crank for what, $300 or $400, and then I don't know what it costs. I'd have to go and look at every single piece that goes into it, but you could order your own pistons, whatever you want. Something turbo specific to the power that we want, something that's going to hold, and all of the rest of the stuff. Everything else we need for the rotating assembly, we can do it all of ourselves, or collect all this stuff, have a machine shop do it, and just come out cheaper in the long run. So that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, my phone keeps ringing. Numbers I don't know. ARP head bolts throughout. Yes. So that's something else too. If we do a stock short block, we're going to upgrade, with some ARP goodies there as much as we can. So to just reinforce the stock engine as much as possible. So there's a little bit of comfort there. So I'm late to join, just got home from work. Okay, hey everybody, welcome that's just coming in. But where is it? Whistlefish 13, welcome. What's up, man? He's out there running. You're running some fast times with that motor. Yeah, we're going to be out there soon. Here in a few days, we're going to be out there. I don't think that Speed Addict is in here right now. He's driving home from work, I believe. I don't think he's in the chat. Oh, he is. He is. Speed Addict, what day are we going to Bowling Green? I can't remember. I think it is. Let me check the calendar. Because I haven't even talked about this yet. Oh, this weekend, I think. Yeah. So the Saturday, so the 16th, I don't know about the 17th, but I think that's when we're actually all going to go out there, hang out at Beach Bend. They're going to run their cars, and I think that's pretty much going to close out the season. So hopefully we have some good weather, some good DA, and then those guys can run fast, and I'm going to be there filming and just hanging out, whatever. And then, then trying to get my car back together here soon. But Saturday the 16th, okay. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, we're all watching that movie. Yep. So, I don't know. I've talked to Ken about this whole dilemma a bunch of times, many hours on the phone. We're all just kind of 50-50. For content, for YouTube, it'd be good to build the motor over the course of a period of time and then just get the car back up and running. But I don't know. I don't know. But hope to have E85 tuned by then. DV. You guys are talking to each other. So that's I don't know. I know all of you guys are saying build it, but I don't know. Just try to put yourself in my shoes, I guess. That's just kind of where I'm at. I'm just so 50-50 torn. But happy Veterans Day. Thank you, everybody. DI injectors and rails, Xander, plus your dash for the digital dash. I didn't see the rest of it. Blue Collar, are you on your 4th engine now? Can you confirm that? Xander, do you have a big boy fuel system yet? No, not yet. But that's another thing that we have to add to the list is yes. 3rd, hey. Okay. All right. Third. So wait a minute. You went through 2. So the 3rd, I don't know. I saw something on Instagram the other day. I guess what I'm asking is, did your engine, I don't know if it's your 3rd or 4th, did your engine go again recently? Waiting for the reply. Hopefully picking it up this week. Oh, so it just went again. Oh man, I'm gonna have to message you. Let me know what happened. See, Eric, he brings up a good point here too. The car needs upgrades and safety upgrades and equipment before it makes the big power. That's very, very true. So that's something that I think is definitely necessary. We could give the car all the power in the world, but we got to make sure that it's going to hook up right. So the suspension's got to be right. The trans has got to be able to handle it. Are we going to cage the car or not? If we're going to go crazy fast, yes, then we're going to have to. But we got to make sure it's safe too. We don't want to get into a rocket ship and then kill ourselves. That would be it. That would be bad. The objective is not to do that. The objective is to have fun and be safe. So, Whistlefish says stock Gen 3 short block ARP head studs. So that's kind of where we're at. So if we were to go, stock short block we're going to do the ARP stuff as well. You might as well, since we're going to have it apart. You know what I mean? And then we can build the trans, and on the side, for side content, we'll be slowly building a badass, engine that'll be capable of whatever. And then there'll be no rush. We could take 6 months, we could take a year. whatever time that we needed to build our own engine, and we get everything, and then eventually take it to a shop to assemble it all, that will be capable of a whole lot of power, and to be able to save money. We wouldn't just be strapped. It wouldn't be like, okay, I got $8, $9, $10,000 this month, and then it's gone. We could spread that money out, and then we could build more. If we do it ourselves, we could build more engine for less money, and it would just take a little bit of time. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm not sure though. But he's putting in Speed Addict says he's putting in his third engine now. Oh, man, 3 engines. I'm over here crying about 1 engine. The poor guy spends 3. Damn it. There's other Boosted Addictions. If you guys watch his stuff, he's on his 3rd engine as well. So a full built motor series would be a lot cooler than just buying one. I agree. You guys would be able to see how we put this thing together, instead of it just showing up on a pallet and being like, oh, well, here it is. But if we do it and we take it to a shop and then we can actually go through everything, show you how to assemble it, how to torque it, how to balance it, all that stuff, and then put it into the car, and then turn things up. So I think that for content, that's definitely the answer, 100%. And just do it slow, take our time, make sure it's done right. There's no rush here, guys. We don't need to be in the 8s or 7s or whatever in the next 6 months. We've got plenty of time, so it doesn't have to be right this second. I mean, the winter's here, so I don't know. Xander, I see you running next year at World Cup. Yeah, that would be fun. There's a lot. That's the unfortunate thing about this year, is like every time some event would come up, something happened. Something happened that prevented me to going to every single event this year. Luckily, Mustang Week, we were going to go to, but I mean, I don't know. It's kind of half 50-50 on that because I didn't have the car. But then, the hurricane, answered that for me. So I was kind of relieved, I didn't have to go to Mustang Week without a Mustang. But all the other shows all around the country, I didn't make any of them. So it was just unfortunate. But for 2020, you bet your ass I'm going as much as I can. But I want to have a car that runs and could be competitive to do that. So anyway. All right. Well, it sounds like you made your mind up. Just get it up and running now and build an engine over time. I'm assuming you're making car payments still, and I'm sure you'd like to be able to drive it. That is correct. Yes, this is a finance car. I don't have the title for it, not yet. So I would like to be able to enjoy it because, yes, every month that it sits there, which has been like half of the year of 2019, has been unfortunate. I've been making payments on the thing. It sucks. It's terrible. I want to be able to drive this car. I really do. What's the price on a short block from Ford? I think it's around maybe $2,500 or whatever. It just depends on where you buy from, I guess. I think Casca has them for around $2,100 or $2,200. But all right. Jesus, yeah, blue collar. Your car's has run 3 months out of the 12 that you've owned it, and has never made a pass. You, sir, have my luck. We need to change that. Salty says he blew a brand new engine in the burnout box, nitro solenoid malfunction while doing my burnout in a full 250 shot, went off. Jeez, that sucks. That's There's always a risk. There's always a risk. That's the other thing too, man. We're getting to this horsepower game now too, and you know what? Yes, if we put a built motor in the car, it's going to be able to handle a lot more. But you can still blow them up. 250 shot. Good Lord. But yeah, stock engine is going to go like, I mean, it's gone. Not to, and then Eric also says, not to mention the content of the build series for the built engine could possibly pay for itself. That is a very valid point. I did not even think about that, but that is see, it's smart thinking. I'll let YouTube pay for it. So that's the way we like to do it. If you know, it's no secret that you guys watch and then we make a little bit of money, not a whole lot. It's really not as much as people think. I mean, it really depends on the month. So let's pretend like CPM for most car channels is like $7 or $8 or whatever. You know, that's every 1,000 views. So normally, you know, a decent video for me, a normal, not a decent, but a normal video for me might make, you know, $6,000 to $8,000, or not $1,000, 6,000 to 8,000 views. So that, but depending on how many ads they see, that might be like $20 a video. It might be $50 a video. So, and you're putting out 3 or 4. You could do the math. It's not that much. So, big channels that get hundreds of thousands of views per video obviously make some, but for us small guys, it is it's not as much as people think. But anyway, happy Veterans Day. Thank you. Thank you, all of you guys that are veterans out there and active. Thank you. I'm just one guy, but there's a whole lot of service members out there, servicemen and women out there serving the country or have served, and a lot have okay. I need to make street speed money to fund the Coyote build. I think it'd be honestly super sweet to just, if we built it ourselves. Now I'm just sitting here thinking about it. It'd be so cool to just be like, okay, this month we're getting a naked block, and then next month we're getting the rest of the rotating assembly, and then, you know, all the other stuff, and just do our own thing. I think that would be pretty sweet. He says, plan on the channel paying for the build too, not working out. Yeah, it's a grind. It is a struggle for real. Speed addicts at 100%. I think it's supposed to actually snow here tonight. Xander, are you going to Cletus and Cars? Thing mode is coming? Probably not. But that's, again, stuff that I would like to do. I would like to do some stuff like that. And but yeah, he's going to be dropping, Stengler's dropping his car off at VMP at the farm. I think that's what they call it. And he's chasing after that quad digit number as well in time. He's not going to get there right away. He's not going to pick up the car to be 1,000 horsepower. So if I know him, he's going to want to take it, you know, step by step as well. But you know, big shout out to him. Kudos. You know, he's getting some force induction finally. And I think this will be his first Mustang with a power adder. So it's just pretty exciting. But yes, build it. Need a good visual on this. I'm doing mine soon. I joined the military mini. Oh, all right. Would I consider? Oh, this is a good question. Mr. Someone says, would you consider going with a power glide transmission? I think that we're probably going to build the 10R80. David Van Voorst did his TH400 and had to swap PCM and a bunch of other stuff, just, you know, to make it work. And it's a very fast car, very capable. The transmission is super sweet. I gave it some thought, but I think honestly that, I don't know. Let me know. What do you guys think? Should we? Because I love the 10-speed. It's a great transmission. You know, we could build it and we could send it, and that could be pretty relatable to you guys, because I think that a lot of people would want to see that. What what are the capabilities of a built 10 or 80, or do we trash it and swap it, for something else? But no, I think honestly, I'd probably prefer building the 10 or 80 to see what it can do. Just my opinion. It's just something I think that I would like to do. But let me know what you think. You guys are all talking to each other. What's my goal? My goal is eventually, not within the next 6 months, but let's say within the next year and a half, I would love to see 1,000 wheel. But there's a lot of learning that we got to do. So, I'm not just going to get in the car and go full send on the track. We're going to learn how to drive this thing. And I haven't been on the track in a while. So, yeah, we're going to ease into it and then go faster and faster and faster and faster. So. A power glide will basically be a track only car. Yeah, we still want to be able to take this thing on the street and have fun. I want to be able to put groceries in it if I want to, and take it to. I don't know if we're going to do any long road trips with the car, but I want it to be capable. I want to be able to put stock tires in a thing and then drive to California if I wanted to. A long trip. I want it to be dailyable, and I think that that's possible. But yeah, if we swap to a different transmission, it's going to take away some of that for sure. Is to get in transmission, yeah. But your car is a street car, best to keep the 10 already, yeah. Isn't a Power Glide 2-speed? Yeah, I believe they are actually. That's why you should stock short block at Xander. The tire. Hang on. I didn't understand. I'd say, what's up? Oh, is this snow?
Yeah, it's coming. We're about to get hit. It's in Paducah right now.
Yeah, whatever.
It's an hour away.
Yeah, whatever. If it snows, I'll believe it when it happens. How many inches are we supposed to get?
1 to 3.
We'll get about a centimeter. That's about it. We're in Tennessee. That shit don't happen. I say build it yourself for content. If you can find someone that builds it, that builds them, then you can give us tips. Yes, and be helpful. Yeah. So that's what we're probably going to do. And then so we will be doing a built motor. We're going to take some of the money and then we're going to go stock short block. We're going to upgrade drivetrain because we have to do that. We're going to do all the things we have to do anyway, and then we're going to take some of that money and then we're going to spread it out and then go and then build a motor like that. I think that would be maybe the more intelligent thing to do. Yes, we could take all of it, throw it at the car, and for one big engine. But at the end of the day, if we did that, if we spent $8,000, $9,000, whatever the price is at a built motor, because remember, this is a short block. So let's pretend that we spent $6,000 on a short block, a built short block. We still got to buy all the rest of the shit that I have to fix too. New injectors, new intake manifold, all of that stuff has to be replaced. Everything. So we're going to be in at about $8 or $9 grand if we go built right now. So, but we could go stock short block and then basically be in it for less than half of that. And then we'll be safe. We'll run around on the street with like wastegate pressure, and then at the track we'll put race gas in it, and go from there and build it up over time, and then just keep things safe. We'll keep things safe, and in the meantime, we'll be slowly building our own block at that point. And then that way, whenever we get used to the car and we want to go real fast, by that time we will already have in the garage or ready to go a built block, and we would have been making content the whole way to show you guys step by step what is happening, which I would say that probably not a lot of people are doing. But that's, yeah, I think that's what we might do. So yeah, you guys are saying, yeah, I want to see you build that engine. I want to learn too. So yeah, now that we're talking about this, yeah, I was seeing a lot more of just take it slow. And then there's no rush. Remember, there's no rush. The car's it's had a hell of a life already. So we don't want to just throw 1,000 wheel horsepower at this thing and turn it up and then just go crazy and then something bad else happen. So we'll take it slow. There's no rush. We want to make sure that we do things right this time and go from there. So, all right. Ken, Speed Addict, you're probably not at work. So I would say I'll call you after this. We'll talk about it. Jeff Hamilton says, I test drove a used 2019 last week with 2,000 miles, Velocity Blue, which is a good color, and digital dash, active exhaust, blind spot. They only wanted 36,000, but lowballed me and offered they offered 29,000 for yours. These cars, I tell you, that it's unfortunate. Yeah, Mustang GTs don't hold value. They do not. Your $30,000 loaded 1819 Mustang, you go trade it in, it's worth about 30. It's unfortunate. They lose a lot. If they had a Shelby Cobra on the side of it, or on the steering wheel, it'd be a little different. But excuse me. Blue Collar says, Ken, order engine for Xander, make him do it. Yeah, once the order is placed, I was talking to Ken earlier. He said once that order is placed, that's it. There ain't no take back. There, you can't. Your decision has been made. Otherwise, I think there's a lot of money that gets charged. But I think sitting here thinking about it, I had about 10 minutes when I called Speed Addict, and he was at work, and I was like, hey, bro, can you just see if there's one? And he said, yes. He confirmed that there is one in Detroit right now. We could get it probably by the end of the week, whatever. It could be here next week. It doesn't matter. But, that was like I was kind of feeling a little bit rushed, and I hate feeling like that. I mean, I don't make decisions. I can make on-the-fly decisions, intelligent decisions. Yes, I'm capable of doing that, as most people are. But, when it comes to like spending money, I mean, you can ask any of my family. I will spend money in stupid ways, but it does take me a while to actually get to that point. It's weird. Sometimes I just like to think about things. So yeah, it's good that I didn't answer him right away. We just talked about it. I wanted to go live, hear what you guys had to say, and it's kind of a community thing. So everybody's saying that, so I'm going to blame when the stock, this other stock engine blows up. I'm definitely blaming Blue Collar Daily. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, it's going to be fine. We will be safe with the fueling. We'll be safe with the tune. We will quadruple. We'll check them lines. We're going to color coat them. Ken talked about color coding the lines, everything, making basically it child-proof, kid-friendly installation, that we will not screw this up a second time. It will not happen. Not at least not due to something that we have done. We're going to replace everything that we think is got any kind of damage, whatever. I was pretty confident that the driver head, which was a little bit worse looking than the passenger head, was going to need a little bit of work. When I called the machine shop today, and he was like, there was no shrapnel, there was nothing anywhere in those heads. That was a big relief. So I think that we truly got a little bit lucky. But yeah, we just won't throw 22 pounds at a stock engine. So we just won't do that. We'll play it safe. That's what we were supposed to do. We were only supposed to be on wastegate pressure anyway. But color-coded zip ties help a bunch with that. That's a very good idea. Color-coded zip ties. That's actually really good. And it would be on there. It'll, like when we zip tie shit, it'll just be one color for whatever and another color. That's perfect. That's what we're going to do. See, that's why I like to do this. You guys help me out. Any thoughts on a cheap project Mustang to put out good content? Yes, I would like to. That's another thing too. I was thinking about over the past week or so is I really want to start looking into maybe another Mustang, like an older Mustang that we can restore, build, have fun with. So I think that that's going to be on the list to do here sooner than later. Is yeah, that way we don't have to focus at all on that car. We can have something else as well. So did the oil pump gear survive? The FIC 1000cc injectors did. They flow tested them. We sent them out. They're on the way. They will be delivered tomorrow. They were fine. I have yet to hear back about the oil pump gears, but when I took them out and looked at them, there were some fine scratches in the on the oil pump when you separate them. If I had them in front of me, I could show you. Well, probably not because I've got a webcam that sucks. But there's little tiny scratches in the oil pan and on the oil pump gears as well. So worst case is though, under warranty, I think I pay out $100 and get them replaced, which I'm at this point. I'm going to call them tomorrow. Tomorrow won't be Veterans Day, so they were probably there today anyway. I just didn't make the phone call, but I know that they were all at SEMA, so I couldn't get an answer right away. But yeah, I don't know. It took me like 5 minutes to answer a question. Sorry. We're just chit-chatting. We're just chit-chatting. Buy a fox body. You looking for your cat? Oh, you got the cat. Buy a fox body. Fox body would be cool to have. I've always wanted to build a fox. It'd be pretty sweet to be able to do that. I really want to just like restore one. I like the way they look, depending on the year. But are we still cleaning? No, all of the parts made it out of the pool. They're fine. All is good to go there. My car does have digital dash. Xander, he says, Blue Collar says they were out of the new ones when I called. Yeah, hopefully they were able to fix, or there was nothing wrong with the ones that I had. So that would be good news. Tomorrow I should have some kind of confirmation on that. But if they are not in stock, if their new redesign is not in stock, that sucks. We'll have to wait. But yeah. Everybody saying Happy Veterans Day. Thank you. I want your old fuel pump. Yeah, I think that the short blocks come with new ones. If they don't, we'll just get a new one for whatever it costs. And then yeah, hit me up on Instagram. We'll talk. I'll just send it to you. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to charge you for it either. But I need to find an intake manifold. Really need to find an intake manifold and a throttle body. I need a throttle body as well. Oh, I know there's some out there. I just need to look. I need to find one. But we've been at this for over an hour. So, guys, I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat. But somebody who's texting me? Okay. Somebody talking about a short block. So, guys, that's going to be it for live chat, I think. But, yeah, everybody's kind of 50-50. But I think that's what we'll do. I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna think about it. But maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we will build a short block, and we'll build one that's badass. We'll do it for cheaper, than anybody else that's going to build one, and just take our time, take 3, 4, 5, 6 months to do it, and then that way, whenever we want to go big, then we'll swap an engine, which is a lot of work, yes, but I mean that is also content. That's what we do. So, but that's also that's really up to the. I mean, I could probably swap an engine myself, but Speed Attic is going to be helping me reassemble and do all of this stuff. So huge shout out to him. Please go follow his channel if you're not already. And he's going to be doing big things with his 2020 Mustang that he just bought. That's Velocity Blue. But he's going to be helping me with the reassembly, and we're going to do it right. We're going to do it. I think we're going to do it at the Ford dealership, at his dealership, and we're going to take our time. We're going to have a lift. We're going to do things correctly. Get ready for the content. But yeah, I really just needed to know. I need to know. I got to figure this out, before 9 o'clock tomorrow, because if that short that short block is still there in the morning, I think that we're going to pull the trigger on it and go from there. But Xander, read up. I'll trade you intake, manifold, and throttle body and my dash for your digital dash. Wait, you have a regular? I like my digital dash. I can't do that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm assuming you have a regular dash. I can't. I unfortunately cannot do that. I love my digital dash. It is my favorite thing about the whole car. One of them, honestly. He's always trying to get my dash. Have you talked to Hellhorse? Have you talked to Jeff at Hellhorse? He's selling them. I don't know can't remember what he's asking, but I know that I think I've got discount codes for them that you guys can use if you want that. VP sells intake manifolds. Yeah, they sell ported ones. I don't think that I need a ported intake manifold, but I have no problem buying somebody's used one. I'm just not going to reuse the one that I've got. But the throttle body, and I probably want to get 2 because mine got banged up somehow. I don't know what happened. No idea. I went out there and looked at it, took a picture, and it's I have no idea what happened. The circle is not a circle anymore. It's like an oval. So anyway, but guys, that's it. I'm gonna go eat. I appreciate all of the comments, you guys. They're $1,500 right now. Yeah, they are expensive. They're expensive. I appreciate all of the input that you guys have had into tonight's rambling, and thank you as always, for the support. And yeah, I'm very excited to get this car back together. Really looking forward to it and being able to drive it, because I haven't driven this car. Look, the car sat there after that accident repair, and then we drove it for like 30 minutes. And then it's down again, and now it's been, we're going on weeks now. So I'm very, very anxious to get back in this car and drive it. I don't even care if it's fast or slow. I just want to be back behind the wheel and have fun, and then make content like we used to. So anyway, all that is coming. So I appreciate all of the support as always, and sticking with me. But anyway, that's going to be it, I think. Build a cheap pro mod, yeah. Oh, we got another Xander in here. That's awesome. But anyway, all right, that's it. I'm gonna end it. Otherwise, I'll keep rambling. But thank you guys for tuning in, and then I'll see you guys later.